At this point in the championship, Ferrari finds itself in a difficult position. The team is no longer leading the fight, it is now chasing. McLaren has built a significant advantage in the Constructors' Championship, and Ferrari's delay in delivering important upgrades has already cost both of its drivers, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, valuable points. This situation has been made worse by the double disqualification that occurred in China, which stripped both cars of important race results. The SF25, Ferrari's 2025 challenger, has not provided the consistency and reliability that the team had hoped for. While there have been moments of real promise, the car continues to suffer from major problems that prevent it from being competitive every weekend. Now, with the Miami Grand Prix just around the corner, Ferrari faces another major test. This race will be an important opportunity for the team to gather more useful data, analyze their car's behavior, and search for more positive signs. While the big updates are planned for the next round at Imola, the Miami race still holds great value. It gives the engineers, strategists, and drivers a chance to push the SF25 under race conditions and further understand where improvements are needed the most. One of the key challenges Ferrari has faced this year is internal disagreement. The team principal, Frédéric Vasseur, and the two drivers, Hamilton and Leclerc, have all spoken publicly about the car and the direction the team is heading in. While they are not openly in conflict, their views do not always match. Vasseur is clearly confident in the work being done at Maranello. He puts his faith in the technical team and believes that the wind tunnel and simulator results show that the SF25 has a lot more potential than we've seen so far on the track. Vasseur has pointed out that the car has shown moments of strength this year. He noted strong performance during free practice in Australia, good pace during the sprint race in China, and competitive speed in Bahrain. He even claimed that during the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, after lap 10, Charles Leclerc may have been faster than both Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri. Still, even Vasseur admitted that qualifying is where Ferrari needs to improve the most. His exact words were, "We have to improve on Saturday and put everything together." Charles Leclerc agrees with this to some extent. He has said that qualifying remains Ferrari's biggest challenge right now. According to Leclerc, the SF25 simply doesn't have enough downforce or grip when compared to McLaren, Red Bull, or even Mercedes. This becomes a bigger issue on Saturdays, where qualifying performance is crucial. Leclerc has explained that while Ferrari is competitive during long runs or races, they struggle to get everything out of the car in one-lap situations. The car doesn't respond well to soft tires, and that's a serious limitation when trying to start at the front of the grid. These are not new problems. Even last year, the SF24 showed similar weaknesses. That car had trouble getting the tires up to temperature in time, which meant Ferrari often started their laps already at a disadvantage. In 2025, the SF25 brings slightly different issues, but the result is similar. The rear of the car is unstable and the balance is inconsistent. A major cause of this is that the SF25 runs at a ride height that is higher than ideal. This ride height limits how much downforce the car can produce, and that's where the grip problems start. Technical experts say that the SF25 suffers from rear stiffness, which is connected to aerodynamic limitations. Ferrari's engineers are facing a problem where the car setup is always a compromise. It's never possible to make the car perfect for every part of the track. At Jeddah, for example, the team set up the car for high-speed corners, which meant giving up performance in the slower sections. As a result, Ferrari lost time in Sector 1 of qualifying, which made a big difference in overall lap time. The new tyre construction introduced by Pirelli has helped Ferrari a little. Compared to other high-speed circuits like Suzuka, Ferrari lost less time in the slower corners at Jeddah. However, they are still behind McLaren when it comes to overall balance and pace. During the race, things were slightly better. With less fuel in the car, a lower ride height and medium or hard tires in the right operating window, the SF25 became more competitive. That's why we saw better performance in certain stints, like in the sprint qualifying in Australia and the sprint race in China. All of these problems, poor qualifying pace, rear instability, and inconsistent balance, are connected by one main issue: ride height. Ferrari would benefit from more downforce, more grip and better performance if they could lower the car. But doing that without creating other problems is a challenge. Charles Leclerc said earlier this season that even small changes on these cars affect everything. That's especially true in today's Formula One, where cars operate on a very fine line between peak performance and disaster. A single component can set off a chain reaction, either helping the car or making it worse. The car's floor, which was developed during the winter, was not designed to handle some of the new problems that have appeared this season. That's why the engineering team at Maranello is now working on solutions that were not part of the original upgrade plan. These new solutions are designed to unlock the performance that Ferrari believes the SF25 is capable of. Some of these fixes could arrive as early as Imola, but others may take more time. These issues are not just hurting the team's results, they are directly affecting the driver's confidence. Charles Leclerc has managed to adapt his style to get the most out of the car. He prefers a car with a sharp front end and doesn't mind if the rear feels loose. That suits the SF25 quite well, and as a result, he has been the better performing Ferrari driver so far. In contrast, Lewis Hamilton has not found the confidence he needs in this car. He has openly admitted that the rear of the car feels weak, and he doesn't trust how it will behave when braking or turning into a corner. Without that trust, Hamilton is slower in the middle of corners and struggles when trying to accelerate on corner exit. F1 technical analyst Matteo Bobbi said that Hamilton's problems are mainly technical. A stronger rear end would help not only Hamilton, but also Leclerc. The goal should be to create a more balanced car that works well for both drivers. It's important to note that Hamilton's struggles are not about age or motivation. They are about a mismatch between his driving style and the current design of the SF25. Some people in the media have started questioning Hamilton's form. With only 5 races completed, critics are already asking whether he's in decline. Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur strongly disagrees with that idea. He called the talk of a decline bull, saying that this is just how competition works. He pointed out that even Max Verstappen has had off weekends this year. In Bahrain, for example, Verstappen finished 30 seconds behind Piastri, and in Saudi Arabia, he qualified on pole but didn't win. According to Vasseur, this is simply part of racing. You have ups and downs, and it's wrong to make big judgments based on a small number of races. Still, the pressure is real.